13 states have been approved for new January 2023 $280 max SNAP emergency allotments. In this video, I'll be covering for you all the approved states and their specific arrival times so you can know when to expect to receive these benefits. Now, in addition to that, Georgia, the $391 P-Ebt benefits, they're going to be distributed this week. I'm going to let you know exactly when you can expect to see those, the arrival times. I'm going to be covering all of this for you for SNAP and P-Ebt benefits. And yes, we are live, and I see there are a few people online. Do me a favor, if you can hear me and see me, just put in the comments for me that you can, so that way I can know that we are good, and I'll start diving into the information. Do me a favor, smash the like button for me. Subscribe if this is your first time here. Whoa, okay, I thought there was only 3 people. I see there's almost 200 people on. That jumped really fast. So do me a favor. Everyone's saying yes, they can hear me. It's good to see you guys. I see the Express, Michael Miller, Douglas, Andy, Amory, Bridget, Renee, Matthew, Jessica. I see you guys all. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. And as I mentioned, I'm going to be getting you caught up in this video on the 13 states that have been approved for new January 2023 max emergency allotments of $281 for SNAP benefits. This is for January, and also Georgia. $391 P-Ebt has been approved and will be arriving this week. I'm going to give you the specific dates of when you can expect to receive those benefits. So we're going to be covering all of this. And again, thank you so much for joining me live. Smash the like button if you appreciate the content. Hit subscribe if this is your first time here to stay up to date on everything going on. And also, if you got little ones, check out my kids' channel, Liam and Naya. I'm very proud of them. They're uploading more content on their channel. They're doing great. If you got little ones, I hope they enjoy it. Again, that's Liam and Naya on their YouTube channel. So let's go ahead and get right to it. So at this time, we have 13 states that have been approved for new January 2023 SNAP 281 max emergency allotments. Now, this is due to the fact that the president, he has announced that we are still in a state of emergency. That means that we're in the midst of this pandemic. More stimulus provisions funding is available at this time. And I also let you know, right now, they are working on that omnibus bill to fund the government, and they're planning to include in there additional money for these benefits. So this is going to be carrying on at least until February of 2023, as it is delayed delivery for many states. So let's cover the 13 states that are going to be in here, including California and Texas have also announced they're going to be doing this. So SNAP January 2023 payout dates. I'm going to give you the specific dates and also the states approved. And the first one is Alabama. Now, due to system constraints, the state will issue benefits through an overnight process on January 31st of 2023, and the benefits will be available on February 1st of 2023, according to the state of Alabama. Second is California, and they're going to be delivering benefits for January approval February 4th and February 11th. Next is Colorado. So SNAP in Colorado, you can expect to receive it January 8th and January 13th. Next is Washington, D.C. They have approved more SNAP benefits for January. Regular issuance is going to be scheduled. Up next is Maryland, and you can expect to receive that anytime between January 4th and January 23rd. Up next is New Jersey, and that's going to be January 1st through the 5th. Normal issuance dates, it's going to be rolling out, it says. Next up is New Mexico, January 1st through the 31st. Next up is Oklahoma. SNAP benefits will be arriving between January 10th through the 15th. Also, Oregon, round 1 is going to be January 10th. Round 2 is going to be January 30th. Round 3 is going to be February 1st for the arrival times of SNAP benefits in the state of Oregon. Next is Rhode Island. They have approved benefits, SNAP benefits. It's going to be January 4th, the arrival of those benefits. Next up is Texas, and randomized staggered issuance is going to be going on through 2 different arrival times. And it's going to be between January 3rd and the 5th and January 9th through the 10th. So those 2 times between the 3rd and the 5th and the 9th and the 10th in January for the state of Texas. Next up, we've had approved Utah. And that is going to be coming through on January 28th. And lastly, we have Wisconsin for the 13th state approval, and that is going to be arriving on January 21st. So again, these are the states that have approved SNAP benefits, max emergency allotments of $281 for the month of January 2023. And the states include Alabama, California, Colorado, Washington, Maryland, New Jersey, New Mexico, Oklahoma, Oregon, Rhode Island, Texas, Utah, and Wisconsin. Now, if I have not named off your state, that just means that they have not yet approved it for January, but there are likely going to be several more on the way. Now, in addition to that, we have SNAP emergency allotment approvals for December that are going to be arriving in January as well. I'm going to be covering these ones for you, as well as I mentioned, many of these states, the arrivals are 1 month delayed. So the first one is going to be California. They approved December emergency allotments, but that will arrive January 7th and January 14th for California. Next up is Hawaii. You can expect to receive the December approval in January on January 10th for Hawaii. Next up is Kansas, and that is going to be between January 22nd and January 31st for the state of Kansas. Next up is Massachusetts, approved in December, but will be arriving January 3rd. Up next is Minnesota, again, approved in December, but will be arriving between January 10th and the 31st. And also we have Vermont. Vermont is going to be arriving January 12th. And again, these are approved for December, arriving in January. I already covered all the ones, the 13 approved for January that will be arriving in January of 2023. So those are all the approved ones. And again, if I have not named off your state, doesn't necessarily mean that they're not going to be approving it. It's just at this time, these are the states that have said they're going to be sending benefits. So more might be on the way. And as you know, I've shared with you in previous videos, all the ones that have discontinued their benefits. There are several that are not sending out these SNAP emergency allotments due to the state of the pandemic. Now, in addition to that, I have for you arrival times for the state of Georgia. So I'm going to be covering this for you. $391 Georgia summer 2022 P-Ebt benefits. They're going to start going out this week, and I'm going to let you know the specific arrival times. Now, it's going to be based, according to the state's website, on your HOH Client ID ending in the last two numbers. So if your ID number ends in 00 through 79, so the majority of all of the benefits are going to be going out on this date. Benefits will be available on December 20th. So that is yesterday. So the vast majority of you should have gotten it yesterday. Now, if your ID number ends in 80 through 89, benefits will be available on December 22nd. So tomorrow you should be getting those benefits. And also, if your ID numbers end in 90 through 99, benefits will be available on December 24th, Christmas Eve. You should expect to see those benefits. Now, benefits will be loaded to the head of household's EBT card in Georgia. So you can expect to receive those P-Ebt benefits this week. So that's the arrival time for Georgia, and also covering all of the SNAP arrivals for January of 2023. So that is the latest, you guys. Now, as these roll out, I'll be sure to let you know, because there are a lot of food provisions coming out. As I mentioned, the omnibus bill that they're working on right now to get approved and passed, they want to include more funding for that as well. A $1.7 trillion package with those provisions included. Now, a lot of people wanted to see also Social Security, child tax credits, all of these stimulus provisions. What about the fourth $2,000 stimulus checks? All of that, as information unfolds, I will keep you guys up to date. But at this time, this is the only particular one that they're planning on including in this year-end spending bill. But we've also heard progressives and Democrats say they are not giving up on these provisions. They said that they will not rest until they get these through. So we will see, because they were in full control the past 2 years, and starting next year, they're not going to be in full control. So there's going to need to be a lot of negotiating to get things done. But we will see. I will keep you guys up to date. So with that being said, let me see if there's any quick questions before I hop off and enjoy the rest of the evening with the family. Let me see if there's anybody that I can help out. I see there's quite a few people on, well over 200 at this time. Ashia is saying, thank you, Steve. You are so welcome. So is Cindy. Latanya is saying, hey, brother Steve, how's it going? Jessica said, told you no Florida. Yeah, I haven't. When Florida comes up with some stuff, I will be sure to let you guys know. Somebody said, I forgot, what about New York? I don't have any updates on New York at this time, but doesn't mean that they're not going to be approving it. Just means that they have not announced it just quite yet. Somebody says, wow, I missed the live. Sorry, Steve. No worries, Janet. You can go ahead and skip back and watch everything. I covered all the details for you on the arrival times. But I don't see any other questions popping up, you guys. So thank you so much for joining me. And with that being said, do me a quick favor, smash the like button, subscribe to stay up to date. I'll keep you up to speed on all these benefits: SNAP, P-Ebt, stimulus, child tax credits, Social Security, what Congress is doing. I'll let you know everything so you don't miss out on anything. But with that being said, you guys, thank you so much for joining me and have a blessed evening. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.